And we're live. What's up, everyone? And welcome to the Should We Cover It show every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. The OPN team, 10 of us, 9 of us tonight, come together on twitch.tv OPNoobs Online to cover basically all of the games that are going to be coming out this week. We're going to be giving you a sweet little analysis. It's pretty straightforward. Never sit, you want to explain a little bit how the voting system goes? Go right ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to opnoobs.com, where PC gamers drive all the content. Type 0 if we ought to toss this, 1 if you want us to review it, a 2 for the streaming department to pick it up, and a 3 if you want us to do it all. Peter, right at you.
Hey everybody, our first game is going to be March of the Industry. Very capitalist factory simulator entertainment. Comrade! Craft our glorious country's natural resources into advanced materials. Discover crafting recipes, create powerful weapons, and sell them. Automate your weapons factory and create them many capitalist profits. October 7th, 2015, this is available. Marcus?
This game is made by Archive Entertainment. It's one little company and one guy named Robbie Zinnak who specializes in creating top quality 2-bit games, and it's his first game he's made. It's won 4 different awards, and it looks pretty great.
And the Dips team? Any thoughts on this game? Well, you're off the hook because the trailer is over. Moving forward, the next game we'll be looking at is March of the Industry. Before we get to it, Never Sit, right at you.
All right, so we've already gone through some introductions. What's going to happen now is we're going to go right through the same little process. We want a 0 for to toss it, a 1 to review, 2 to stream it, and a 3 if you would like us to go ahead and do a review and stream. Peter, in your face.
The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut is our next game, released on October 7th, 2015. Embark on an adventure in a gothic noir world where mad science threatens the peace between monsters and mortals. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut is the definitive edition of the trilogy with 6 playable classes and a new endgame mode with a huge variety of missions. Marcus?
So Neocore Company is a small gaming independent video game development company out of Europe. They started in 2005, and they're a passionate group of gamers that consist of graphic arts, development, and programming, as well as acting.
That's a hot game. Dips team, any comments, any thoughts?
Yeah, you can hear me okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so pretty much for this game, you can reach level 80. It's about 50 hours of gameplay. Up to level 100 and beyond, honestly, it can take you. It has a 4-player co-op mode with dailies, challenges, and weekly events.
Yeah, this is type of like Diablo, but it actually looks really good. But
yeah,
it came out a while back, no? So what's the deal about this?
This is them trying to redefine the game.
I just played a game called Victor Vran like 2 months ago that's identical to this one, so it looks cool, but it's definitely a Me Too kind of game. It's kind of how I see it.
I would definitely go for a 3 though. We've got to cover this. I'd say we review it and we stream it as much as we can. Moving on to the next game, we are looking at Pool Nation. Never sit for the voting system, please.
Yes, the voting system is going to go ahead and stay the same. We want a 0 for a toss and a 1 as a review. Give us a 2 in the chat stream for a stream, and a 3 if you want us to review it all. And at the same time, I'd like to give a shout out to ethicsgaming.com. Come on over to us. Great gaming community. There we go.
Pool Nation has become mesmerized by our balls, entranced by our decals, and unshamedly attached to our cues. So join us, please, and just have fun playing pool. Warning, contains addictive content. Pool Nation with workshop integration. Available now in our crazy mode of the box of. Available on October 18th. I didn't write that. That was the way they wrote it. Marcus?
So Pool Nation was made by Cherry Pop Games, a little indie studio based out of Manchester. This is going to be their second title, and it looks like they ported this from the Xbox Live and switching it over to PC.
We gotta move on. Sub-level 0 is the next game. Let's go straight to you, Peter.
Sublevel 0, brought to you in part by a slow internet connection that is not switching over. There we go. Sublevel 0 is a first-person roguelike 6-degree-of-freedom shooter set in a universe where reality is falling apart. Take control of a lone gunship. Pilot those missions is to loot and craft ancient technology. October 8th, 2015.
Dibs.
Marcus.
So they're based. This company is called Sig Trap. They're actually again based out of Manchester. They started in 2014 with two guys, Luke Thomas and Gary Lloyd.
Chris?
Sorry, apologies. Yes, I think this game looks sweet. It's 3 degrees of motion, reminds me of Descent. The graphics look awesome. I'm all over it. I can't wait to review this.
Alright, moving forward, Ookie Blocks. I think that's a game for iPad. Going straight at you, Peter.
Ookie Blocks combines the spirit of classic action puzzlers with a bright visual style and ultra catchy soundtrack. In this game, you help Ookie the monkey collect all his stolen bananas while avoiding enemies like crabs, ghosts, piranhas, and the all-powerful Devil Cat. October 8th is its release date. Marcus?
So Skyboy Games was founded in 2013. It's a small indie company out of Virginia, and their plan is to make the world a better place.
Who's got dibs?
That's a great business model. Isn't that our business model, everyone?
It really is.
I'll take dibs on that one. I'll take dibs on that one.
Take it.
And end of conversation 0.
I mean, this version has no ads, no in-app purchases. It's
Oh,
Windows,
okay,
Macs,
well,
and
I-
Linux friendly.
Wow.
Oh, Linux friend. Okay, big.
Can I get the
Yeah,
iPad?
Linux.
Yeah, Linux is definitely a big support here.
To me, this doesn't really look like it's for the PC Master Race.
You're Candy
Yeah, that's why I
Crush
said-
fanatic.
I said this looked mostly like a mobile game.
I think it was built for the iPad to begin with.
Yeah.
Alright,
It's
never
not
sit.
mobile.
While we wait for the end of this trailer, why don't you remind us of the voting system?
And I will remind you of the voting system, but ladies and gentlemen, I would like to also again welcome to you another production of OP Noobs. This is the Should We Cover It show. And basically, we are PC gamers, and we bring you all the content basically from PC games. The voting system, yeah, it's pretty strictly the same. A 0 if we should just toss it all just straight out the window. A 1 to review it. Let's go ahead and get a 2 if we should review and stream it. And I think that's actually what number 3 is. So I really just screwed everything up. But hey.
That's cool. I think this is a little pearl of the week. This week, I'm hoping for your comments. Masochism coming out. Peter, give us a little bit of info, please.
Masochism is a young man discovers through a series of hallucinations that he will grow up to become a violent psychopath. How will he respond to these revelations? Can he change his fate? Can you even change fate? There is no release date. It's an indie horror game. On to you, Marcus.
So this guy's pretty incognito. He goes by Old Boy. Couldn't really find anything on him, but he has a Twitter handle named John Old Boy. He's currently dangling from an old tree if you want to find him.
Awesome. Xanitos, dibs.
Well, you know me. I love the horror games. I love anything that's weird, dark. This looks like something that might be right up my alley. So I'm very curious to kind of see what this game has in store.
I think we've seen a lot of these horror games lately, but this one really looks like it has something unique.
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
psychological horror game.
It's got a very stylized art, which I think is very kind of neat and could lend itself to something interesting. But yeah.
All right.
They put in a lot of work for it. I mean, it looks like it.
It's promising depending how dark the story is.
Moving forward, the game that I am personally very excited about, WRC 5. I believe that's the game that's coming up right now, if my list is right. And if it is, Peter, please, yes.
WRC 5 FIA World Rally Championships, the 5th edition in the World Rally Championship Series. Find all the cars, all the drivers, and all the official rallies of the 2015 FIA World Rally Championship in the racing simulation standard. Realistic driving on different road surfaces, dynamic damage, day and night system, weather. Experience all the sensations of rally racing in WRC 5, available on October 9th.
Pretty awesome. Marcus?
So Clyton Games started in 2002 with over 25 released games, and going for 12 years strong, they have a solid reputation in the video game industry, so pretty good.
Okay, anybody wants dibs on this one?
Shotgun. Make sure
Okay.
you got a good
You should
rig,
take it.
that
You
looks
should
like
take
a
it first.
beautiful
Let's
game.
just take it. I think this one is gonna get streamers reviews. Moving forward, we've got Kaiju Panic. Kaiju Panic, right at you, Peter.
Kaiju Panic. Kaiju is Japanese for monster, and the monster right now is my slow ass PC that doesn't want to bring up the green light page for this.
Can anybody
But
bring in
Kaiju
support?
Page, it's, please, someone help.
Yeah, can anybody bring in support on the Steam description? In the meantime, give us
I
the
got
one.
it. Kaiju
All right.
Panic is a real-time strategy tower defense squad control game with a bright and unique art style. Take control of a field operative in an international disaster response organization. Build, fight, and rescue your way through a wide variety of colorful locations around the world. I don't have a release date. It's coming soon.
Marcus, who's the devs on this?
So the devs here are called Mechabit. They're out of the UK. It's actually just a team of 2 guys, and they started in 2013, focusing on accessibility, creativity, and innovation. So there we go.
Okay, who's got dibs? Any comments? Any
It's pretty much a tower defense RTS, and I'm a big tower defense player. So it's pretty much, you know, if you like TD, you're gonna like this game. If not,
Especially I
it's
like
not
the
for
classic
everybody.
Look, the sort of 16-bit look is pretty sweet.
All right, moving on to the next game. I voted 0, but I guess I agree. Moving on to the next game, Trap Them Sniper Edition. This looks like it's right down Peter's alley. Peter.
Trap Them Sniper Edition. In this puzzle shooter, you take the role of a sniper. Avoid getting caught by the robo-detect bots. Yes, 2 T's there. Be smart about shooting down the environment to shape it to your needs and guide the crystal collector safely through the caves. Available on October 9th, it looks very retro.
Yes, it absolutely
Marcus?
does. What you've got, Marcus?
Very retro. It's actually just made from one creator here out of Germany. I couldn't get too much on him, but his name is Yuri Shiplo. That's about it. He's got a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and couldn't really find anything after that, other than that.
Anybody's got dibs on this?
Yeah, this looks like the love child between Pac-Man and Minesweeper.
Is that a good thing?
It could be rather entertaining. I'd
That's
check it
not a
out.
bad
It's like
thing.
it runs on DOS. So anyone who's got a really old computer, this is
It really does. Peter, what? Peter, you're the retro guy. What? Any thoughts on this?
I haven't watched the actual video. I just watched the screenshots. It's something I'm gonna pick up eventually. Maybe not right when it's released. Maybe I'll wait for a Steam sale, but I will own this.
All right,
Nice.
man, it's Peter. He's got the return of the retro podcast. Perfect time to advertise. Peter, when's the next show?
Hopefully a week from tomorrow, maybe 2 weeks from tomorrow. It'll be either this coming Wednesday or the Wednesday after.
And what are because you pick a specific game every time, right? So what are you planning on doing this time?
This episode, we're going to be talking about Oddworld Abe's Exodus. A game came out in the early 90s in the PS1 era. It's available on Steam right now. There's also a newer version called New and Tasty that's completely redone for modern systems with modern graphics. If you want to play that, it's the same story. Come join us in the chat when we have the show. Talk to us about it.
That sounds awesome. Can you remind me the name of this game? Because I think I lost track on my list.
Trap Them Sniper Edition.
That was Trap Them Sniper Edition. Thank you. And we are moving forward to the next game, which is Animal Gods. That one looks like a really, really sweet one, in my opinion. Peter, right at you.
Animal Gods. Discover the world of Animal Gods, an old school 2D action RPG set in a dark fantasy world. October 12th. Marcus?
So these guys have a great little description here. They're called Still Games, and they design video games on a cliff in West Virginia. I don't know how to do that, but
that's so
Sweet.
Well,
awesome.
step one, you have your house on a cliff in
Are they
West
like
Virginia.
hanging off the cliff? Yeah.
that
You know,
just says cliff in West Virginia.
The things you have
I
to
think
do
that-
for Wi-Fi signals, man, is pretty ridiculous.
It adds to the design process. That's all I can say.
Ernest, dibs on you. I'm in-
Alright, dibs.
It's pretty much a non.
You gotta
It's pretty
give
much a
someone-
non-linear world action RPG. I mean, I know it has tight controls and weapon power-ups. I mean, if that's your thing, go for it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks pretty decent to me. It reminds me,
Definitely.
the color schemes look very much like Jotun, which just came out. Alright, moving forward, the next game, the big game of the week, I think we can safely say so, is Minecraft Story Mode, the Telltale Games series. Moving on to the trailer with the description from the man Peter.
Another sort of game from the Telltale guys. In Minecraft Story Mode, play as either a male or female hero named Jesse. You'll embark on a perilous adventure across the overworld, through the nether, to the end, and beyond. Available on October 13th.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Marcus?
sure you've got a lot to say about this, Marcus.
Oh yeah, it's Telltale Games, award-winning independent developers. Been publishing games since 2014. Games like Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, Borderlands. This game coming up, and it looks like they do have a Back to the Future game coming in a bit too.
All right. Adukar, you've got dibs on this.
Yeah,
Hello,
definitely.
Mama Snyder.
Okay. I'm pretty much a big fan of Telltale Games. All those titles Marcus mentioned, I played them through, and Minecraft has always been big. So I'm actually looking forward to how far they can take this one.
Is this a patch on a?
We gotta review it.
Is this? Yeah, we have to. It's not even. I think the question doesn't even.
It's a big enough title.
We should.
Of course it is. But you gotta review it.
You gotta review. You gotta stream. In the channel, Tamahawks is asking if this is a patch on Minecraft. I believe not. This is a completely. This is a standalone.
This is a separate game. This is a separate game, brother.
If you've ever played The Walking Dead from Telltale, it's the same thing, but in Minecraft.
All right, moving on next. Paint the town red. Peter, right at you.
Speaking of blockhead idiots, here's Paint the Town Red, and it's a chaotic first-person melee
Is it my
combat
turn?
set in different locations and time periods. The voxel-based enemies can be punched, bashed, kicked, stabbed, and sliced completely dynamically using almost anything that isn't nailed down. Marcus, it comes out on October 13th.
All right, so this company is called Southeast Games. They were founded in 2009, and they're out of Australia, basing two cousins, Matthew Carr and Shane Carr. Cool.
This looks great. This looks really polished to me. Anyone's got dibs on this one? I would say it's
I got
3.
dibs.
What
I
you
got fucking-
what
I
you
got
got,
dibs.
Neverseed? I feel like you gotta say something. Go ahead, let it go.
Say something.
Enlighten us.
Okay, if I may have your time for a second, let me do my job. My job right now is to introduce OP Noobs and EpicGaming.com. Pardon me for interrupting you all with a commercial. But in the meantime, afterwards, toss a 0 in if you just want to toss the game completely. Review it, go ahead and throw a 1. 2 for streaming, 3 for review and stream. And over to you, prick.
All right. Sorry about that, Neverseed. I'll make sure you get
And
more.
it's ruined.
All right, moving forward. The
And
next game,
it's all over.
Ancestry. Ancestry, right at you, Peter.
It's a turn-based strategy meets card game. Outwit your opponent on multiple different battlefields with cunning strategies. Build your own
Nobody's
decks made of
laughing.
underworldly minions and powerful spells.
all right,
October
everything's frozen.
13th, 2015. Marcus.
KJack Games. This company was founded in 2010.
Okay.
Independent game studio developing its own original titles using their own license and intellectual
Okay, my
properties.
screen is everything's frozen.
Okay, we can.
Y'all have a good day.
Big Sid Meier, of course, the big title that I'm excited about and I was looking forward to, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Hearts of Stone. Peter,
Heart of.
we've already skipped it, but go ahead, cover it. It was a short trailer. Still, give us some info.
All right, it's just a DLC that comes out. Is this their first paid DLC that's come out for this game? Good for them.
It is. It is.
It's 15% off, $8.49, comes out on October 12th, and the whole thing it says is the content requires the base game of Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on Steam in order to play.
All right, and for the very last one, I don't think we need the introduction from the CD Right project here. We're gonna move straight to Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide, which is the new DLC that's coming out. Peter, give us as much info as you'd like because this is actually a big trailer, and we're gonna have the opportunity to close the show on a conversation on Civilization.
So, as we discussed, DLC only tells me that it's Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth is needed in order to play it on Steam. But Sid Meier games are amazing. I played Civilization back in the A school. It was great. I sat there at one computer. I had a buddy down the hallway on another computer playing Civ 2. We had them networked. It was wonderful. And since then, I've been addicted. And this is actually the only Sid Meier game I haven't bought since then. Beyond Earth is a real-time strategy, kind of like Civilization, but it's based in, instead of being individual countries, it's based out in the world. Rising Tide is their new expansion. I'm not exactly sure what it adds. It doesn't tell you a whole lot, but you can get it for 10% off for $26.99. Anybody else?
Well, hey, Civilization's always been an amazing series for a long time, and even a lot of their offshoots, like this one into the future have been really cool. Although I feel that the newer versions are a little more watered down than the previous versions sometimes. But then again, maybe that's also a trade-off for ease of use and gameplay. So
Yeah, it's
definitely
in the
a game
name of
we want.
accessibility.
Yeah, it would definitely a game we want to review without question.
Definitely review. Probably stream too.
This is not a standalone, right? You actually need the game to you
Correct.
need the game to get this DLC.
Yeah,
Correct.
it is just DLC.
Yeah, I'm a
You
big
can buy it and all its DLC for $60.
my experience with Civilization has always been kind of I get into it, I play the first, maybe I give it a good 10 to 15 hours, but then I never it never becomes an addiction for me personally, and it always ends up feeling a very lonely experience in comparison to all the online games out there.
And
You don't have the one more turn problem?
Yeah, no, I don't have
See,
it.
I get that more with
You'll
Rogue
get
Total
it sometime.
War, but not as much with Civ. But I really loved Alpha Centauri. That was a classic game from like around 2000. That was
Yep.
a really good space version of Civ, and I felt like these games have never quite lived up to Alpha Centauri. Not quite. That's
Part of the issue for me too is the fact that it seems that every time they don't really change the formula, or they don't try and revolutionize the games. They always kind of stay on the safe side of development for this game, and of course they give you like a new scenery, a whole new planet, a new galaxy, but at the end it's very repetitive. Like once you've played one of them, I never felt like I was playing something bold or daring.
Well, they can't take too many risks because you kind of risk upsetting the formula, and like the fans will be upset, and like they know what to expect, honestly, so they just kind of roll with it.
It's true. Anybody else on Civilization before we close the call?
I just thought it was hilarious that he talked about the one more turn situation. I've done that in Civ 5 for many, 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 many hours, where I'm just like, one more turn.
Shit, 6 a.m.
Then I'm
It
yeah,
never
then I'm like, yeah, it's 3 in the morning, realizing that I've got somewhere to be in like 4 hours, and I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna keep playing.
just gotta power through it, man.
Yeah, they're very addicting, and I do agree that it's the ease of access has become incredible with the newer versions, but I don't mind them as much. I still absolutely love the games. I still play Civ 5 constantly. I've got all the DLC for it, and you know what? It's I haven't actually sat and played Beyond Earth yet, but this may be this may be the impetus to pick it up and start playing through it. So.
Alright guys, awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in. A couple quick announcements before we close the call. We have an exciting interview with the developers from Jotin coming up with the time and date to be announced next week. We have another dev talk coming up on Twitch Saturday, October 17 with the developers from Stairs. Marcus, if you have anything you want to say about this game because you reviewed it, horror game, indie game, obviously. Anything you want to add?
Scary as hell. This is one of the craziest games I've played for a really long time. Make sure you turn your lights off and just get immersed into the world. They do a lot of stuff to kind of keep.
I had
Stairs.
something to say. Was I disconnected? But I had something to say.
I got you. No, we can hear you, Nevesit.
You just don't get to see
No.
my face anymore.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. I will be the last comment.
Which doesn't exist. I love the dead air. Just to close the.
I believe that. I believe what's going to happen is I am like an introductor. Okay, so let's just practice this. Okay, again, I was just like to say, welcome to the Should We Cover It show, where PC gamers drive the content, and make sure you guys come over and check out OPN Noobs and ethicsgaming.com.
Alright, and to close, December Sunday, October 18, we have a roundtable, which is the second Rise of the Indie miniseries, the second show, the second episode on the democratization of Steam, and we are honored and very excited to welcome to our Twitch channel 6 developers, 6 studios, some very powerful indie studios, including the creative mind behind Command and Conquer and the executive director of the International Game Developers Association, that is Kate Edwards, the one and only. Tune in. You'll find the invitation on our Facebook page. You'll find it on our website at opnoobs.com. I repeat, it is Sunday, October 17 at 2 p.m. US Eastern Time. Please tune in, please watch it. Let us know if you have any questions that you'd like to ask us, that you'd like us to ask them, and that's about it. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to the call. We'll see you next Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern for another show. Should we cover it every Tuesday? Thank you, everybody, and see you later.